Hey guys, Chris with CT Golf Reviews here. This is part 3 of the Tunxis Country Club series. We're playing at the red course today. Last week was the green course, the week before was the white course. I'm doing all of this in one day. Let's get out and play. I didn't get the second shot because I was on the phone, but this is a birdie putt. This is a par putt. That's right, Rash guy. You know I'm going for it. You know I hate my decisions. Go. That was good. Alright guys, if you cannot tell, I am extremely tired. My voice is almost gone, and quite frankly, I stopped keeping score. I just about to tee off on the last hole of the red course, number 9, which is the only 9-hole course in the facility. If you're wondering why I'm so tired, if you didn't, get it, if you didn't watch the other 2 videos, especially the first one where I explained what I was doing, I played all 3 golf courses today. 45 holes, 2 18-hole courses, and a 9-hole course. And I walked one of them. So I'm exhausted. I'm really hungry. I haven't eaten all day. So, for you guys, I'm going to push through, get all of my energy out, and we're going to get through this last hole. Let's try and par it. If I make par, I want you guys to subscribe and like and hit the bell, and if I don't make par, you got to do it twice. So let's do it. One more hole. 44 down, 1 to go. Alright guys, week 3, red course at Tunxis. And this is going to be the week where we finally reveal what I rated the staff and what I rate Alliance as a company all together. I was tired by the end of this round. As you saw when I putted the ball into the last hole, I collapsed on the ground, my back was spasming, I was hungry, I was tired, and I was just glad it was over, but I did have a great time, and I'm going to say something that I'm probably going to be surprised at. If I ever have the opportunity to play a whole bunch of golf courses at one time and get a whole bunch of filming done, probably going to do it. Why? Because that gave me 3 weeks worth of footage. And I had a lot of fun. And, you know, it's one thing to, you know, play 9 holes or 18 holes and mess up a lot. It's another to play 45 holes and mess up on the first 18 and try to fix yourself as you're going. It kind of gives you, like, unlimited lesson, you know, time to teach yourself and fix yourself. And I was kind of looking up on YouTube a lot at Rick Shields, looking at some tutorials. But, you know, that's neither here nor there. Let's get into the rating. Layout, I'm going to give a 7. Very flat, very Link style. I like it. I like the water, how it came into play around the last... No, it wasn't the last hole. It was the... Because it kind of circles around it. 1, 2, 3... I believe it was 5. I believe it was the 5th hole, where the water came into play. I like the placement of that. I like the layout of the course in general. It just goes up, and then it comes back, like, in the same direction. I parred the first hole, and I sucked the rest of the game. I don't know how I parred the first hole, because it was kind of a fluke, because I did not get the second shot on camera, but I got the third and fourth shot on camera, and that's what matters. These 3 girls who were in front of me, who were very nice, and I mean, you know, they were... I think one of them were learning, but they let me go through, and, you know, of course, I had to tee off, and what do? I shank the ball as far to the right as it can possibly go, and then I'm there in the woods trying to dig it out and hit through trees and stuff. That's what happens when you try to show off, I'm just saying. But that basically sums up how I was playing for this last round. Guys, I was so tired. I was so tired. But I had to still concentrate, and if it wasn't for the fact that the course was so relatively flat, and it wasn't difficult really to play and maneuver, I probably would have had a lot worse experience, but I had a good one. So layout is going to get a 7. Like I said, very simple course to follow, very easy to follow, relatively flat. They do have cart paths, so that is a good thing. Everything is marked properly. The tee boxes are nice and clean. They're kept up. They're really pretty. And another thing, too, I noticed that there were a couple of trees that were down in the area. I wonder if they had gotten hit with the storm that we had gotten hit with a couple of weeks ago. And I gotta say, they did a really good job at cleaning it. That was a fly. Wow, okay. I gotta say, they did a really good job at cleaning it up, so big shout out. Difficulty, I'm gonna give a 6. It's not that difficult. The greens were not bad. They were relatively easy to read. The sand was... not really the worst, not really the best. The rough was okay. The rough was okay, depending on where you were on the course. If it was wet, it was a little bit more difficult. If it was dry, it was just fine. A little high, too, I'm not going to lie. It was a little bit higher than I expected. I thought it was going to be really short because it's more of like a leisure course, but no, they wanted a challenge in there, so they kept it at a decent height. The holes aren't too far away, the holes aren't too... You know, the fairways aren't too narrow, the greens aren't too small or too big, so, you know, it's a fairly decent course. So, difficulty is going to get a 6. Scenery is going to get a 7. It's basically the same as the white course, because it runs along the same part of the property. You still have this farmy, plantation-style vibe that you get. You know, it is a very flat area. The one thing that I was kind of disappointed about is you really didn't get good views of the mountains that are in the background. And as you can see in the thumbnail, I did put pictures in from above, and you can see the mountains, and you can see, like, you know, the houses that are in the mountains and stuff, and the good views. And unfortunately, you don't get that. But that's okay, because the foliage made up for it. You know, it is the fall, the leaves are starting to change colors, and it was really pretty looking, especially along the fairways and stuff. And, you know, when you get the sun beaming off of the water, that looks really cool, too. There's a little barn, I think it's like a barn, like water treatment little hut there. You know, looks pretty cool. And there's flowers and stuff that are planted along the tee boxes and you know, along other places. So it's not a bad looking course. It's going to get a 7 for scenery. And here is the overall score that I'm giving for the staff. They're getting a 9. They're getting a 9. What can I say? JP in the morning was very cool to me. And dude, don't take it personally that I was a little frustrated without getting a cart. I understand why. I'm not taking it away from you guys. You know, it is what it is. I managed to make it through. I survived. It was good. We're all good. I believe the guy's name was Joey, who talked to me on the phone, who I eventually met afterwards, and Josh, who was the, I guess you could say one of the CEOs, owner, one very high position with Alliance, and he was really cool to me as well. Give me a drone. I'm not gonna lie. Next season, I'm going to start using that thing. The production in my videos is going to start getting a lot better come Season 2, which I said I was going to talk about. The weather is starting to get a little bit colder. So I'm going to be filming maybe 2 or 3 more courses and then calling it for the season. I do have other things planned. I do want to go into an indoor simulator. I do want to go into a mini golf course. I do have a couple of collaborations that I want to do with people. So I'm going to try to sneak that in for this season, but I might put it in next season. But with next season, I am going to be putting in the drone shots. I am going to be putting in some nicer shots. I'm going to try, over the winter, I'm going to try to get better equipment, hopefully better clubs, who knows. I'm just going to try to boost production of this altogether because I have a vision of how I want this to be. And as much as I like how it's been going this first season, I've got better ideas for Season 2. And we're going to play cooler courses. And, well, not really cooler courses, because there's a lot of cool courses in this season, but next season we're going to get some awesome courses. And Josh was cool. I will be back, though, when I come and do the overall, you know, the overhead shots back in the spring. We're gonna meet up. Hopefully I'll play a couple more rounds in the course. Hopefully we can work together, have me do some magic shows with you guys. Guys, this place is unbelievable. So, the staff is going to get a 9. Let me score the red course, and then I'm going to score Alliance, because I do want to talk about Alliance a little bit, too. The red course score is going to be a 7.6. I'm okay. I'm very satisfied with my experience at Tunxis. I recommend anybody goes. I had a great time. The only thing I didn't do was try the food, but it's because it was closed. But then again, that's what I mean. Go back next spring. Go back when the weather starts getting warmer. When I do their photography work, and maybe I'll be able to try the food. Maybe I'll be able to see the wedding facility that's there, the banquet hall. They got a bunch of stuff to offer that, unfortunately, because of what's going on in our world right now, we're closed. But I will be back, and I will try to get some of that stuff on film. Who knows? Maybe I'll put it here on the channel. Alliance, as an overall property company, course management, I had to really take it into consideration. I loved Oxford. I loved Tunxis. I had a really good time at Heritage. Next time I play a private course, I'll do it in a suit and tie. Okay, Heritage. just joking. No hurt, Heritage. I love you guys. I guess some people saw that I was wearing a Fender shirt, and they're like, "Why isn't he dressed nice?" It's okay. We're good. They treated me amazing at Heritage. I've got nothing bad to say about them, but who knows? Maybe next season you'll see me in a suit and tie doing a review. Wouldn't that be funny? Anyway, the course management with Alliance, the people that work for Alliance, the overall compassion that they have for their customers and for the people that they work for and with, and just I feel like they have a lot of appreciation for what they do. I gotta give the company, I don't know, I'd say a 9.3. 9 point, because you can't give out a perfect 10, but, you know, haven't played all of their properties in order to grade them higher. I'm only going off of what I know. And I would love to be able to work with Alliance in the future. You guys have my information. I have yours. Let's do something. Guys, I'm Chris with CT Golf Reviews. If you like the video, hit like, hit subscribe. The bell is right there. Ring the bell, get the notifications. This ends the 3-part series. We've got maybe 2 or 3 more courses to go before the season ends, and then we will pick up next spring. But I want to know, what do you guys do in the off season when you're not on the golf course? How do you practice? I'm open to ideas. I usually go to the driving range, but I'm always open to trying new things. Let me know. I'm Chris with CT Golf Reviews. I will see you next time.